everybody, it's Jada on piano, where we make music make sense. Starting in just a second, I'm just adjusting my screen. Let me go ahead and play this from the beginning. Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Jada on piano, where we make music make sense. If you can hear me talking, let me know in the comments. If you can hear Mike Bereal playing on the video, let me know. Oh, we cannot see my keyboard. Hold on. Let me fix that while it's playing. But if you can hear that, let me know. I'm still here. I see I don't have my piano pulled up. Incredible. Let's go back. Y'all say something. Let me know you hear. Let me know you can hear. I'm trying to pull up my piano without disconnecting anything, but I think I'm gonna have to do something real quick while this is playing. We got a couple more minutes while people are coming in. There we go. Now let's get it. Let me fix my camera now. Okay, I see y'all with me, but ain't nobody saying nothing. Somebody let me know if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Test, 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 test. Can we hear? Can we hear? Somebody talk to me. Somebody talk to me. I just want to know that y'all are here. I mean, I just want to know that you can hear. Before we jump in, we got like another minute or so. You can see we're doing some Christmas music tonight. Here we go. Sherilyn is saying she can see. Focus V is saying we can hear. Okay, good. So everybody can hear, everybody can see. Okay, good. I was getting a little worried that nobody could hear me. All right, so it is 8:04, and usually we get started right around 8:05. Hold on, let me stop it right there. So if this is your first time here, I don't remember seeing Sherilyn here before or Focus V, but that's okay. It's great to have new people every time we jump on. What we do on Transcription Live is I choose a new song every week. And sorry. And I take the song and I'm going to break it down while we are here together. I've listened to it. Actually, those two times I heard it maybe twice before Okay, Sherilyn says she's been in the background, so she's stepping up and she's saying something with us today. So nice to see you in the comments today. But I take a song and I'm breaking it down. I have not practiced it beforehand, but what I did do was just pull the song. Thanks, Focus V. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. Hope you are going to enjoy this evening. If you have your keyboard, grab it. We're going to work on this together. But as I was saying, I just take a song. I take one video a week. We take 1 hour and we just transcribe the chords. We grab them and we see how we can use them. In this case, this week it's Mike Bereal. So I have not practiced this beforehand. So it is so it's a much more authentic experience for you guys, not just watching me go over something I practiced. Yes, there are things that I practice, of course, when I'm transcribing. I'm doing them for videos, but on Transcription Live, the point is to give it an authentic experience of what is going on when you have to learn songs that someone sends to you, whether a video. I haven't done audio because this is a visual experience, so I'm just doing video. So that's what we do here every Monday night, breaking down a song. Since it's December, we got a couple of weeks. I decided to pull out Silent Night that Mike Bereal did. So we're going to be doing that tonight. And I see Dalton. Let me see. My screen is far away. It says Benane. I think Dalton Benane. He's saying hello. Hey, Dalton. Nice to have you here. I don't believe I've seen you before either. Let me try to adjust that without throwing anything out of whack. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. I've explained all of that. I've talked about all that. And I want to jump right in because Mike Bereal, he's a tough one. Tough in a good way. We know we're going to get a lot of good things out of what he does. Let's see. We'll try to adjust that just a little bit. Okay, hopefully that's a little bit better. All right, so let's get into it. Now, you heard this track. Normally I start right at the beginning, but because he had such a long intro, I'm going to jump in. And when I heard it, it sounded like the intro started at about just after 30 seconds. So first thing we have to do, as always, is grab the key. So let's go do 30 seconds right there. Let's see. I'm going to show you where the beginning is with Silent Night. That's our key. Okay, hold on. So it was a little bit after 30 seconds. So let me go back a little further. So now we're going to grab that key that we heard just as plain as day. We need to grab that. In order to grab our key, we're going to be using the number system. But in order to grab our key, we first need to, a lot of times if you have to hum it, that would probably be the best thing. So let's see. Oh, I missed it. Hold on. Sorry. Oh my goodness. Dun. So we need that. If you need to, I start on the C a lot because it's easy to know where I'm starting. Look at that. I'm finding the key right there. So we're in D flat. Once we get the key, we need to know what chords we anticipate for this key. So let me get my numbers real quick, and then we can decide if we're hearing what we anticipate or if we are hearing something that's completely different. And then we can begin to break down what in the world that was when we hear it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Here we go. This is the one chord, and I'm going to put the seventh in it right now so we can see it all right from the start. We got that? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. Those are the chords we're going to be anticipating. 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor, 4 major, 5 dominant, 6 minor, 7 diminished, and then back to the 1. If it looks like I'm looking around like what's going on, this microphone is like it's right in this whole field of view, so it's like what do I see? But I want you guys to be able to hear me. So it's up here like this. Let me make sure. Okay. So here we go. We're starting. We're in D flat. Let's hear what we can hear and get started. So the first thing I want to do when we're grabbing our notes for transcription, we want to grab the bass and we want to grab the melody. So I heard a couple of things. We already heard the key as Now we're hearing or listening for the bass and the melody. So the bass, he happens to have a bass player with him, so this is going to be easier to hear the bass note context of the chords. We already know we're hearing this right here. Dun, and then he did a little run. Dun, dun, dun. We hear all this in one motion. Now let's see what chord he put in the middle of all of that. So I'm hearing dun. I'm going right to these things because I'm hearing them. Now this note is not in the key of D flat. So let's see what we expect from here. This is what I'm hearing so far. Let's see what else we've got. I almost hear it like that. You guys hearing that with me? It says D flat 7 right there, and I tend to agree with what, I mean, it's saying what I'm playing, but I'm hearing the D flat over a D flat dominant chord in that space. Let's keep moving. That was pretty easy so far. You know, he can be out there, and we want to grab this. And we hear in the bass, so, and we hear this. Now I already have a feeling where he's going. We can go here, make it a little warmer, or a little thicker, or take it back out. You know, or, and then our second chord had this and this. Now, because D flat has that chord in it, we're anticipating this. But if we go back and listen and play on top of that, that is not what we heard. I already have an idea. Hear that? That's not what we heard either. See, those are my two thoughts that I'm thinking, if I'm thinking in D flat. But let me go a little step further, because we hit this chord right here. Now, we've said this is our master key because that's what he was in. But let's see if he pulls a little switcheroo on us and goes somewhere else. I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, I'm already, after hearing these two chords, we heard this and we heard this. Now, the chord I'm hearing with this, as he played it, or something to this effect, with this B in it. Listen with me. I'm going to play right as soon as he gets to that so you can hear what I'm hearing. Let's see. You hear that? So, we've got two chords already, and this chord had that B in it. This chord has that B in it. He might even be playing this B flat down here with some dissonance. I don't think it's just as open as that. But this B is not in our key of D flat. We already know that. But you know what key this is in? Anybody know what D flat dominant? Somebody tell me in the comments what key D flat dominant is the 5 chord of. I'll wait just a second as we're okay, I'm gonna wait just a couple more seconds before I go on. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I want to give people that are trying to answer. And there we are. Reynold is with us tonight. He comes through clutch the last few weeks, giving us our keys and things of that nature. And I'm seeing a couple of people, Reynold and Chuckle. I am so sorry, you guys, if I pronounce your name wrong, but both of them are telling me G flat, and they are right. The 5 chord in G flat is D flat. Why did I ask for the 5 chord? Focus V. She's saying, or she, I'm sorry, I don't know if that's a she or a he, I'm sorry. They are saying G flat, and Reynold is telling us he's back. Nice to see you, Reynold. So, reason I ask about whether it's a 5 chord, because we know there's only one 5 chord, or there's only one dominant chord per key. And this is clearly a dominant chord. It's telling us, I don't know why it's insisting. Oh, that's not the chord. Sorry. This is what the chord was right here. So if it's giving us a dominant, one of the easiest ways to find what key we're in or going to is using that 5 to tell us what key it is. I asked for the 5, and that, so already we hit this, and then we hit this. Focus V said, I'm a he. I'm sorry, Focus V. I don't know why I was saying she. I apologize for that. Focus V is a he. He said G flat as well. He was right also. Sorry. So we had this, and both of those chords had a B. Well, look at the key of G flat. See that? Notice that there is a B in that, so we're on the right path. Okay. Hey, I don't know if I'm gonna say this right, but Ilmar. I don't know how to say that, but anyway, let's see. Ochoku said this is his first time on live stream. Found your channel a couple of days ago. Much love from Nigeria. Thanks, Ochoku. If you guys are new, just let me know in the comments. I know. So for you guys that have been here for a little bit, let me stop just for about 15 seconds. I had a video last Friday that for me went viral. It has over 5,500 views before. That has, or about 5,500 views. That has never happened for me. So I might see some new people tonight. We might have some new friends joining us every week, learning this stuff and working through stuff. So I'm happy for all the newcomers and hope you enjoy. Hope you can grab your keyboard and learn with us as we're going through this stuff. Now, back to, let me see, I'm going all the way back. Focus V was saying, you're good. Thanks. I'm just showing you what I do when I'm breaking down stuff, when I'm working through songs. The more you do it, the better you get. Michael's here too? Okay, cool. Hey, Michael. He said he's from Ghana. So we're already a worldwide audience. This is pretty awesome. I see Nigeria. I see Ghana. I know Sherilyn lives in the United States. I don't know where. It's fine, wherever. So we've got a nice broad audience here. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so I'm back to G flat. I think that was more than 20 seconds. Don't hold it against me. I'm going to try to work through as fast as I can. G flat has every note that we needed for what we've done. Sherilyn says she's from Philly. That almost made me think of the Prince of Bel-Air. And Westfield. Okay, I'm not going there. Anyway, sorry. I'm going to get back on task. Nevertheless, we're in G flat right now. Now, knowing this is Mike Bereal, he can kind of do an even extra step and go like be in the key that we think we're in, but then be playing all the chords of the other key like on top of it. It's the weirdest thing. It's pretty awesome. I did a Mike Bereal video back in, it was like the second, third, fourth week, something like that. Transcription live 3 or 4, 5, 2, I don't know. Whatever it was, we did one there and he kind of superimposed 2 keys. So he may do the same thing here. We also have to know who our artist is. So let's keep rolling. We have identified that we've got our dominant here. We've got this. And if we're moving towards the G flat, my next thought might be this, might be this. No telling where he's about to go. Let's see what he does to set us up. All this as an intro. Now, he hit the F. We hear the F in the bass. And then I hear a note. I hear the B flat as my top note. Now, this chord is not anything close to anything that I expect, so I'm really going to have to be breaking this one down. Let's see. Okay, the next note that I hear that's just jumping out to me is dun. Yes, good. Okay. So, let me see. I guess I could do that, but there's more. What have we got here with this chord? Dun. Okay, so maybe that. Okay, we might have that. Let's see. What else we've got? Anybody else hear anything? Anybody got the whole thing yet? I don't like that. That's cleaner, but I don't know that that's that. I feel like there's one more. Dun. Wow. Let's see if we can play that on top of what he just did and how close we are. Sometimes when you play right along with it, you can hear. I think we might have got it. Somebody else hearing anything? I might even put the G up top one more time, then I'm going on. I don't want to take too long. Okay, we're going to stick with this for the moment. It's giving us a G7 with a sharp 9. G7. The sharp 9 in this case would be, let me see. This is 9. This is sharp 9. So the note at the top is, it's indicating that would be the sharp 9 if it's looking at it as a G. I'm not sure why it would even over the F in the bass. I guess I can see that. But let's see how it translates into a usable theory if we keep going. Because right now we don't know what the next chord is. Let's see where we go. Wait, I got so excited about getting that chord. I don't know what happened. Okay, that's easy. Just those two notes. But what does he do with it? Okay, so he goes here. I think I'm hearing that 4 chord. McKee, he's joined us. Mike B, absolutely right. He is a force to be reckoned with. Wait, what's the top note? See, if I don't have the top note, I don't have any type of context. I'm hearing. Okay. I think we got all this. See, it's easier when I have this. It's like, okay, we have a 9 chord, but now I need to get everything else in there. So let me just bring, here's all the notes I'm thinking are here, but it's down here. So now I just let my hands fall on the rest of what I'm hearing because everything is inside. Let's see if we're right. Get those 2 chords together. Oh, I'm hearing that too. Okay. Let's see if we're right with any of this. We already into the sauce. I need my sauce graphic. A lot of running back here. So we got this. And then he does. Let me grab my pedal. Sorry, this here. And then this here. This chord, as you see, is not in my repertoire. Took me a minute to grab a hold of that one. Okay, now we got a juicy one coming up. What's next? And then we need a chord. Lost it getting the melody. One more time. Dun. And did the bass player play? But he didn't. But now let me stop right there because we've got the whole melody. We did and then we did. I'm trying to get all that in there, y'all. Sorry. And then this one. And then we went back here. Something of this nature. But let's grab it. Okay, we're going to go with this because it's definitely an F sharp major chord of some sort. Now, I want to stop here because let's compare to with what we would expect for Silent Night. This is a familiar melody. So if we normally did Silent Night, we'd have Something like that. That's all he's played. What he did, now, and then, so only the last chord was the same. We just went 1 to 4 regular. What he did was start on the 4, and then he did that dominant chord again. Right there. Or really just this much of it. But how do I know this is dominant? First of all, this would be a rootless voicing for the D flat. Look at that. If I just put the D flat on it, it's telling me it's a D flat 7. When I add this in, it says it's diminished, but watch this. Back to D flat 7. That's just the melody note. See that? So he was just using a rootless voicing to go back. So that adds up. That makes sense. Just 5-1 in G flat. So if we take that to our regular silent 9, let's see. See how I put that in that time? I played my regular, then I made it dominant. So we can take that little thought. Let's move forward as we've got a little bit extra already. Wasn't even a lot, but that just changed this basic. Let me take that out for a second because this is just killing how I want to do this. And I like that voicing he used. That's gorgeous. Nice, open, airy. And then I'm missing something. Hold on, let's get deeper. So he was at look at how he gets even deeper. He gives us that flat 9 in there with it. Just so open. I'm sorry. I'm stuck in the moment. I'm sorry. That was just gorgeous. Now this looks diminished. It is, but it's the reason a diminished chord can work over a dominant chord is because it's simply both of them have dominant function. I haven't talked about function a whole lot here because we have to move through with our chords. But essentially, there's 3 functions: tonic, subdominant, and dominant. But we have 7 different notes and chords in each major key and minor key when we're doing the number system. Tonic functions, real quick, are 1, 3, and 6. Subdominant functions are 2 and 4. And then dominant functions are 5 and 7. Those are our last 2 functions. So these have dominant functions. So tonic function, subdominant function, dominant function. And so even when we hear this deeply in this chord, but this has a dominant function, and this is a dominant, the dominant chord of the note that we're going to. Now we're kind of trying to figure, we're playing this melody in D flat. That's where the melody is, but he's kind of playing this whole thing as if it's superseded into the key of G flat. Let's see if he gets us back to G flat. If it's not in G flat, if it's not in G flat major, but we have this D flat. Sorry, that's not right. Oh, yes, it is. Sorry. Maybe if I start in the right place. But we have this D flat melody. You know what key that says? It could be, what you call it? Lydian. The mode of Lydian. However, he's using these together. So we can't decide yet what he's doing. But we know the melody is in D flat. And so far, he's playing chords like he's in G flat. That's why this dude is brilliant. Let's see what Ochoku was saying. He's saying, I love what I see here, and I'm subscribing right away. Well, thanks, Ochoku. He said, you inspire me to get back to transcription. You do this every week. The answer to your question is yes. I started on my birthday back in August. Every week I've been doing a live transcription. This is week number 16. So we're still early on, but I was doing a 40 for 40 series. And like I said, this is week 16. So we've got, 24 more weeks at least before we can decide then if we're going to keep going or transition to do something else, next year. But either way, I thought transcription might be something really helpful for a lot of people to jump into, because a lot of people already play, but they don't know how to take what they see, what they have to learn, how to even learn the songs they have to play, and use that in what other stuff they play, or just in general how to learn the song. So that's why I don't practice these songs every week. This is the first time I'm going through this too, right along with you guys if you're at your keyboard. So it's fresh for me, and I'm on the hot seat clearly. One of these weeks I might crash and burn. I hope it never happens, but we're gonna keep pushing as we move on each and every week. So you can join us here. Invite some friends with your chuckle. Everybody, you can invite friends. We're gonna be here 8 o'clock every week. So let's keep going. We're in the first phrase. Talked about a few things, but let's keep it moving. And then he just hits us with even extra sauce. Like, hold on, we got to go back and get the fullness of that phrase. Oh, it's like, when you order that I don't know, that 3-piece wing pack, whatever your favorite chicken spot is, and then you order the extra sauce on the side. That's what that chord was right there. The extra sauce that was on the side. We already had the sauce on it. Oh my gosh. Thanks so much, Ochoku. Let's get the extra sauce. Okay. We're hearing this on the top. And then I hear that I think it's the D in there. But I think we're still on the G flat, F sharp note. Yeah. Okay, so he's hitting the G flat, but then he's going to the A flat. All this to get to the F. So let's take all that into consideration. I think this is what we got. No, not that. And all that would fit over this. Sorry. Just in that context, that is just brilliant. Yeah. Okay. I think we're here. Right now, that's why you constantly see me shaking my head when he hits stuff. I get scared every time I hit the play button that I am not going to be able to figure out a chord. Like, that's how deep this is. So far, we've gotten part the way through it. This one was nasty. And then we had and then he hits this. Whew. Hey Philip, didn't know you were here tonight, but he said he has no words. He's lost in the moment. I know the feeling. I so want to bask in any one of these. Just this is not unfamiliar, but just in that context of how he's using it, just made it fresh and new. For full disclosure, this is what he's doing with that. He's just doing this, but we know from the bass player that's where he got us. But in a A flat chord, both of these notes are in that chord, right? He just didn't play them on the downbeat. And we've already played the chord, so now the bass player is just working around it. That's brilliant in itself as well. We don't expect this note at all, but it's already been introduced to us when we hit this chord here. So it's like, it's not unknown for what's happening in this key. Totally okay. But either way, we can, so while I'm on this chord, we've established that it's an A flat bass. Well, guess what? He said one question, how? I'm not sure which how or which chord he's talking about when he says how. But watch this. I've been talking about whether or not he's in G flat or D flat, but we've seen the dominant for the G flat, and look at how we see the dominant for the D flat. This is the dominant 13, the flat 9. It's got a sharp. This is the sharp 11. This is the flat 9, and the 13 is right here. So he's giving us this. Now watch where he goes. We said, then he goes and he hits a D flat chord, but he never puts the D flat in there. So we got the dominant, and then see how, look at how nicely this is, no bass. See how nice that is? That's essentially 5-1 without the bass being there. I know we can use that somewhere. It doesn't even matter. Okay, there we go. I used it right there, right at the end. And that's how I would probably do it in that key. So we can squeeze that in anytime we're going to a 5-1. That would be something simple to throw right in. Achoko was telling us Mike has been playing since childhood. Yeah, I saw a little clip of him doing an interview with his cousin Bennett Paysinger, awesome organist as well. And let me see. And he was just talking about how it was punishment for him when they would put him on punishment. They had the community organ at his house, and all of them, his cousins and the friends and everybody, they would come over and they would be shedding on the organ. Well, if he got in trouble, he would be stuck in his room, and they would get to be on the organ. So it was like the motivation to keep going. But all of them are incredible musicians at this point. Let me see. Let me catch up in my comments. He said he uses that chord in More Than Anything. Lord, I love you more than anything. My gosh. Okay. Wow. I love how Reynold is making a connection between where he sees this chord here and other places that he's heard this chord. This means next time he hears this chord, sorry about that, when he hears this chord again, he will be able to place it. That's what you're doing when you transcribe. You're building your vocabulary so that when you hear something, you can immediately go right to that thing. Now, if it was, let me just jump up a half step. This is the same chord if you were on the A. Sorry. See? But the chord itself is the same. So when you learn those chords, something new, and you really like it, go ahead and learn it in the other keys. See what I'm saying? I'm just moving up by the half step right now, just so you can see. So this one will be the one on the B flat. So that would be going to the key of E flat. There's always something to learn when you transcribe him. Absolutely. There's something to learn when you transcribe everybody, because they heard something and we might not hear it in that time. Let's see, Reynold is saying you can basically use it on the 5 of the one you're approaching, but you got to be a little careful with the dissonance. Exactly. He always uses it in a space where nothing's happening in the melody, and that just makes it so nice. So we've got that. Let's keep pushing a little bit. Get a little bit more of this. Okay, we had that. And he walked into that. We got that chord. I think he's doing this, but let's see how much of that he's moving. So he hit the 1 and then he moved. Listen. Okay. Let's see what is next. Okay, hold on. I don't have the chord. I don't have the chord. Hold on. Anybody else got it? I do not have this. I feel like there's something in the bass and it's just, it's definitely the minor chord. So, okay, so maybe the D flat's not in it. I feel a little bit better about it now. Okay. It's isolating notes. No. That's also what we had to get in there. That's tough. If you don't do that regularly, that is tough. Similar to some of the stuff Eddie Brown was doing, where he was, let me see, I'm trying to remember it from a few weeks back. Yeah, he was using like the 3rd to 4th finger. I just remember that. So this is using, he's hitting this, it's almost like he's playing this chord, but he would hit all that at the same time. He just left the 1 off. And then we've got that. The B flat. So we went to the 6. So what's the context of the whole phrase? Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back because I don't hear the beginning of the phrase. Where we at? Okay. So, okay, so we were here, and then he went here, and then this chord, all that to here. What is this? I'm seeing this, because, okay, so ultimately we end up here. I really want to think of this as a D flat, but you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I don't even know what he's doing here yet. I want to see this as a C, but I would think of this. But that's not really giving me what I want. Let me see. What about the bass? He's hearing a 3 to a 6 on the bass. That's what I want to hear. And so that's why this is weird in that context, because I wouldn't see this note on this F. And while we're at it, I tend to, while I talk about things what we're anticipating, that I would anticipate something like this. But the moment I hit this is an F7, which means I'm being led to the B flat, right? We get that. We understand that. But we're not going to see, if it's a dominant chord, we wouldn't see this note. I might have to stew on this week and really stretch my brain to be like, okay, what is going on with this leading us to a B flat? And then come back and report. If you guys think of something next week, somebody let me know in the comments. This week, come back to this video if you've got a theoretical explanation. And this is part of our study. Everything we don't know right off, so we got to dive into it a little bit more. We study a little harder. If somebody's got the the theoretical application of that, it sounded great. So I know there's some kind of application to it. We just don't know what it is yet. Leave it to Mike to stump us right in the middle of something, and then we got to come back to it. We're going to be on this one real deep this week. We got the notes, so let's keep rolling, and we'll think about theory all week long. Did he do one? I mean, a C to a D? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait, that might be telling us more. Okay, we got this. The C is here. And I think I already know what's happening. Wait, we need more. Or need that again. Unless you guys have it and I'm just slow here. Is this the chord I just talked about that was here? Cool string. Thanks, Gospel Music for Life. I try to do my best. We're working out some stuff here. We got homework. We usually don't have homework, but, you know, Mike is killing us with this. I'm going to use it for something, but I don't even know what yet. And then he goes here. And then that chord we just talked about. Sorry. There we go. This one. It's the exact same chord because we heard it here. That now we're hearing it here. See, he's already using it again. It's so crunchy. That's so Mike Bereal. Watch, listen to it. And then I don't know what he went from. Hold on. I got caught up. What is this chord again? One more time for our benefit, everybody. Well, mine, if nobody else's. This is a 13 chord with a flat 9, sharp 11. It needs to be renamed as, like Reynolds said, he called it the I love you more than anything chord. But I'm calling this the Mike Bereal chord because he uses that maximum amount of dissonance and still keeps us focused right in the key. Just brilliant. Oh, so okay. Let me see. Nevin22, thanks for joining us. He said, thanks for the stream. New subscriber here. I'm learning something. This is awesome. We are all learning something, if nothing more than if we're going to hang with Mike Bereal, we need to get up on our newly named Mike Bereal chord. But our flat 13, see, I had to put the whole thing in there for us to see it. But the dominant 13, flat 9, sharp 11. See all of that? It was the same thing right here. We've had both of these in this song. Let's keep pushing. We got about 10 or 15 more minutes. We're not even making it through the whole song, but so much meat. Now, I didn't get what's in the middle. Oh. So we may have something like this. His grace notes are awesome as well. Just such clarity. So we do, we were here. And then he did that chord. Oh, now we need the bass. I think I hear the D flat. One more time. So he's playing this. Okay, so I was playing around with it to see what we're doing. Let me see. We were. Now, when we get here, if you watch that Sean Wilson video playing Great Is Thy Faithfulness, this was the inverted dominant from Sean Wilson. A lot of people said they came after seeing that video. He's hit that same move. Here's the chord, but then the seventh gets, and this technically is not even a dominant chord, but it's that concept. He's taking the third, this is a minor chord. He's taking the concept and putting that third inversion in the bass, okay? See that? Chord here, E flat minor, and even if I took it out, we've got the E flat minor 7. We've got, it's called an F sharp major 6, but it's the same thing. It's the same notes. He's just rearranging the order. Nevin says, I'm just starting out my 3 months of playing and practicing the keys. I played bass guitar for 12 years plus, and now learning the keys. Nevin, I did the exact opposite. I've been playing keys for about 20 years, 21 years maybe now, playing by ear anyway. And about, let me see, 15 years ago, I started playing bass. So this helps me tremendously on bass because I only have to listen for one note. I can do it on keys, and so, you know, going backwards is so much more helpful for me. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. So let's see here. So now I'm hearing the diminished chord because we've already got the tritone, but we got to work out them inner voicings because there's a little bit more meat in that than just. This is what I'm anticipating just from that right now, but we got a little bit more in there than that. Let's go back real quick. Okay, so this is nastiness. I think this is what we've got right here. I had to sit there and play with it a little bit. We're going to play it with it, see if we're matching, and then go back to it. I want to match it. Okay. I think that is, I think we got that right. Learning the opposite path is still good for me. Yes, it's so helpful to know what kind of chords you're playing, because it puts everything in context for playing bass. But you probably are going to groove on piano faster than I was able to groove on bass guitar, because that was a whole new world. I hear this. Now, we got to fit the chord in there. Whew, that is crunchy. And yet I feel like he may even have this E flat in there with that, but that is a stretch that I'm not willing to commit to. So if I were to play this, this would be in my left hand, and this would be in my right hand. Yeah, I think we're pretty close to this. This chord says a C7, so a dominant chord. It has a, it sounds diminished, but because it's got all the notes of the diminished, but it also, as soon as he stuck that E in there, that made it dominant. It says sharp 9, sharp 11, flat 13. So sharp 9 would be, Well, how are you calling it a dominant and a sharp 9? Okay, you know. Oh, no. Yeah, it says sharp 9 and then it says flat 13. So 13 would be here. So how are we even dominant? You know what? The naming of this chord is wild. If this is dominant, this should be... Oh, flat 13, sorry. It's right here. So the A flat is the flat 13. And then that's the dominant part. And then... Oh, that's the sharp 9. Y'all, that must be past my bedtime today. It's been a long one, but... this is the sharp 9. This is the dominant. This is the flat 13. And what else do we have here? Sharp 11. Oh, right here. Okay, that explains that whole thing. Now we need that F chord. Okay, I'm changing when I hear the top. We hear this and this tritone. Now what is going in the middle? I feel like I'm hearing the dominant chord again here. And it's telling me, it right there is giving me a hint. It's saying B flat major with a flat 5. So as soon as I do that and I do this, I do get that B major and I'm starting to hear what's happening, but there may be something else. Okay. Let's play it with it. Okay. We may even have that D flat in there. Let's see. Let's do it all. Yeah, we may have to put that D flat in there with it. So we went from here. Forgive me as I try to. The top note doesn't sound right now. But it's right. I mean, it's just weird how he went from here. Yeah. That's nasty. Michael is saying sounds like a minor 2-5-1. So we were here. And he's considered, because it has that diminished feel, even though this is also a dominant chord, I'm agreeing with him. But then he's saying, since we went here, this is a dominant chord. And then that means he's expecting next to be a B flat minor. Let's see if Mike does it or if he pulls yet another switcheroo. Oh my gosh. Hold on. No, he didn't hit the B flat. I'm in recovery. Okay. Let me get. I think he went to the A. That hurt my feelings. Okay. Okay, these are the notes I got so far. Let's see what we got. Nevin said, what I've practiced so far sounds good. It's just most of the time I don't know all the names of the chords. That's okay. I play because I play by ear, but I'm learning all the names of the chords and notes gradually. That's good. See, that's what I'm talking about, Michael. He changes. And that's part of what makes studying a transcription. We're anticipating this. Even if we just did that, we think we're doing something, going there. But Mike's got to be Mike, and he goes, and then he goes here, and so far we're here. Something to this. I'm not. Let's get the rest of that chord. But we need more in the middle. That's only 3 notes. Dun. Okay. Is the F sharp in there too? If it is, that's just insanity. Hold on. Dun. Oh. Wouldn't be surprised if that was in there too. Let's see if he's got the A flat in there. Let's listen for the A flat. Oh my gosh. See, now I gotta sit there and experiment because I don't play this chord. It's not that. It may as well be that. Let's listen real clean now. I'm trying to hear that one thing. I got good news. Dun. Guess where he ended up? So we can go all the way back up to what Michael said now, because Mike redeemed us. He said minor 2-5-1, and we expected it to mean this to here. But Mike Bereal got to be himself, and he goes here, and then this is what I'm hearing. He gets us to that B flat. So that 2-5-1 that Mike was talking about. And guess what? It's there. But instead of just going straight to it, he extended the harmony. Because here's our for what he's saying, 2-5-1 in B flat minor. And we expected to go straight here. But while he's in that B flat tonality, not just the minor, he expands it and includes the leading tone. Because if you're in B flat major, that's our leading tone. That's a part of our dominant chord. See that? So he goes and gives us this nasty chord over the leading tone. You know? That might be win the chord of the year. What is that? Let me try that one more time. I know we've got this. And we've got this in here too. I just don't know if I can. Maybe he's leaving this open. There's a lot of interpretation that can come up. So we got homework. This, and then we need to. It's either that, or that. Listen to that spot right there. What spot is this? At 107. At 107 in this clip that is named just like the title of this. I took the title from it, so Silent Night, Mike Bereal. Go back and listen. Go back and find that chord and see. Because we want that in the vocabulary, okay? So like a passing chord within the 2-5 to 1. Yes, so you know how you can take a progression, but you can stretch it out. That's me being simple. But I hit what he hit first, and then I hit his chord here, And then, you know, I'm doing that. He is, he is out of this world. I'm just able to, glad we're able to grab all this. And how he led into it, y'all. Let's not leave out. Listen how he came into that. Just one last time. We're already over time. You know we end right about 9. We're out of time, so we got to a target chord. See, that's the chord that just takes your soul. What's that like? The Mortal Kombat fatality? That was that moment. Okay. I have weird associations today. That was, you know, fatality was just coming across the screen right there. And then he brings you back right there at the end. Oh, hold on. Catch that? So that's the final chord we're going to get to today. Again, homework. We got that. And then figuring out, there's at least one more note in this. At least one more. I got to find it myself. At least we didn't crash and burn. We learned a lot of great stuff today. If you guys like this kind of stuff, invite some friends with you next week. Hope you have fun hanging out. This is Jada on piano. If you're looking for more information on lessons, courses, things like that, you can inbox me or go to my Patreon. I just started that up with a bunch of course information. Patreon.com/Jada on piano. If you're looking for lessons, you know, they're there too. Or you could just come join me every week and we're still going to be talking about transcription. So hope I see you guys next week. You guys take care.